Good morning, everyone. It's May 5th, 2018. I'm Eric. I just got a pretty good comment in my comment section, and it's not from a usual person that comments a whole lot. There's some of you who write beautiful paragraphs of very good points, and I really should start covering those points because they're all valid, and my bad for that. I think you all need to be acknowledged more than what you are as subscribers. So here I am in my master comment section. This is where creators unblock people and shit like that. Sometimes there'll be comments that were not allowed because YouTube considered them spam or something else because a link was in them within the comment or something like that. But come on, damn it. Mr. Higher Plane, he says, "Sup, Eric? Honestly, I don't buy that it's the government that is the problem. I blame the people. I see the comments people make, and they are usually psychotic. Yesterday, a guy said that he enjoyed the fact that Muslim babies were being killed by the millions. Although I do acknowledge the government's role in creating the people like this, let me stop right there. If the government played a major role in creating people like this, and you're absolutely right, he is psychotic. I don't care if that child or baby is from a Muslim family or not. You've not given them the time that is needed for them to make up their mind on whether or not they want to be a part of that ideology. Okay? So yes, it is psychotic to say that they enjoyed the fact that Muslim babies were being killed by the millions. But you acknowledge the government's role in... would you like to do a live stream with me, Mr. Higher Plane? I would like to argue with you. If so, hit me up right here in the comments section. And I have another channel that I do live streams from, because usually I say the most controversial, fucked up things on those streams, and I don't want them to take down this channel after all the fucking work I've put into getting it back up. So, if you'd like to come on a live stream, I'm definitely into doing something like that. Holler at me. We can get together on Google Hangout. Okay. So, you acknowledge the role the government has played in creating these people. And that's true. They have created these people because when your government is insanely violent, both at the federal level and the local level, i.e. the police departments and the federal agencies and the government as a whole, the people are only going to mimic that behavior. I mean, these people are our leaders. And if you want a nation of stable, decent people, you can't have psychotic leaders. Hillary Clinton is a great example of a psychotic leader. Donald Trump, also psychotic. They're all psychotic. They're all sociopaths. That's how they got in the position they're in the first place. It is only the sociopaths and the psychopaths that thrive well in the corporate and governmental environments. It is only them who are usually able to climb to the top. Now, I'm not saying there's not exceptions to that rule, but overall, it is the most psychotic people who seek control or power to control others. So yes, it is, at the end of the day, the root problem. The behavior of the government is transplanted to the public. And the more decadent the government gets, the more decadent the public gets. So at the end of the day, you might disagree or you might not buy that it's the government that is the root of the problem, but it is. And you acknowledge that fact for yourself when you say they have a role in creating these people. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and continue his comment. Even then, people by themselves seem inherently violent. Well, the people that follow the example of the government. I'm not inherently violent. The only time I've ever been violent is when my life or my physical well-being was at jeopardy. And in some cases, in my younger days, I ran from it instead of facing it. And man, do I regret it. There's not a day that goes by that I don't regret fucking killing the people that did me the way they did me. But that's the past, and I can't dwell on that. All I can do is behave in the manner that I have found to be the most acceptable. And that is, you don't commit violent acts against people until they have clear intent to commit these acts against you. If you know somebody is going to attack you, but they haven't done it yet, it is just to preemptively attack those people. So, okay, look at how we slaughter animals by the trillions. Look at how we support slavery. Almost all the products we buy are unethical. Hold on. We cannot claim that we want freedom and peace, but in the same breath support the exact opposite merely because we benefit. And you've heard me, if you haven't seen any of the videos where I say that very same thing, well, then you missed out. And because I talk all about how these unethical products, as you call them, I didn't call them that, but for all intents and purposes, that's what they are. They are unethical. Anything that kills animals and experiments on humans is unethical. These animals shouldn't be killed by the trillions. It's not necessary, but we still do it. You have heard me talk all about how 200 species, I don't know if that number is good, but even if we went down to the lowest number, one species a day, even if that was the number, that would be bad enough, don't you think? So, I agree with you, man. I do, but at the end of the day, it's the government that facilitates the ability for big corporations to pollute the environment, to kill the animals. So I have to disagree with your overall analysis, or your comment saying that you don't buy that it's the government. It has to be. Because, again, I refer you back to my previous statement that good leadership leads by example. If they don't want a nation of psychotic fucking people, then probably we shouldn't be electing psychotic people to office. Probably it would be a good idea not to have such a structure in the first place. And that's my line of thinking. I mean, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but I don't think so. I really don't. I give you the example of the founding of America. Europeans were seeking freedom and prosperity, then took it away from millions of native Indians and Africans. Well, that's if you believe what you're told. As far as I know, it was the Indians who initiated violence, not the Europeans. The Europeans tried to reach out to the Indians there in the first colony, and in return they got attacked. The first colony did not have, at first anyway, didn't have walls around it, because the settlers wanted the ability for the Indians to come and engage with them. So, and the smallpox thing, I don't think it was intentional. I don't think they intentionally gave the Indians smallpox. It could be, though. It could be. I wasn't there, so I don't know for sure. But I do know that that first colony tried to reach out to the Indians, and what they got in return was attacked. Okay, and the Africans, we can argue that all day long. The fact of the matter is, their own people sold them into slavery, not only to the Pacific. Is it Pacific? No, is East India, something like that. I have to go back and look all that up, but they were sold by their own people to the various Europeans, to the Dutch, and so on. A lot of them were captured by their own people. So, yes, we were wrong to have slavery, but we were also among the first nations to push for its abolishment, right? So, I think we, as a people, kind of made up for it when hundreds of thousands of us died in the cause of freeing the slaves. So, and his last comment, or sentence of his comment is, as long as this hypocrisy exists, peace and freedom will never will. Oh, shit. No, they won't. It won't exist as long as we allow for our governments to have, as long as we have governments, it won't exist, period. So, anyway, the next good comment I get, I will actually, I have another one. Surprisingly, it's not beta talk, but I will be getting to his comments the next time around. Alright, this comes from Joseph Bucko. My bad about the name. Hey Eric, it's been some time since we've talked. Of course, if you email me, I will reply. I'm the guy you were emailing a while back. I've had such correspondences with many people. Arkanov, something like that. I've gotten into neo-Nazi music, and I've been listening to it, and it makes sense to me how the Jews are screwing us over. Well, it's not only the Jews, though, man. It's not only the Jews. You got to understand that they're one small part of the overall picture. You have to think of the Jesuits as well. And by the way, they love the Nazis. Okay. I consider myself a neo-Nazi, not politically, but the belief system. I'm not sure if this is the right path. I do not have many people to talk to. I was wondering, what were your thoughts? Thanks for the work, man. Good video. In my opinion, people shouldn't follow anything that limits the potential of the individual. Like the government, I'm not a neo-Nazi because of the extreme authoritarianism of the ideology as a whole. You cannot like Jews all you want, because there's historical precedents giving one plenty of reason to do so. I think anything that binds man should be abandoned. That's my reply. And thankfully he's still rethinking his beliefs, and I hope I swayed his thinking some. I don't know if I did, but I hope I did, because extreme authoritarianism is no way to go. All these things have been tried throughout the history of our species. And if they've been tried multiple times and have failed each time, logic would dictate that we do something else. And again, all of these systems have been tried, and they've all failed, including our own. Which means logic dictates that we take a look at something else. It's just my opinion. I hope you all have a great day. And remember, kill the state before it kills you.